God is love.
Why I remain 99.99% certain that the rapture will happen. Where to start? Wow. Okay. Let's start with 30,000 nuclear warheads. What? Am I self-aware in hell? What's wrong with this picture? I'm self-aware on a ball run by complete nutters whose greed and violence and control is totally alien to all that is within me. The largest business on planet Earth is war, and few central banking families have complete control, destroying the global economy for their own selfish gains. Power-hungry politicians lie through their teeth, telling the masses whatever they want to hear without ever addressing the real issues. A surveillance state is being built around me in the name of protecting myself from terrorists which don't actually exist where I live. And the family unit is being destroyed bit by bit under the guise of freedom, which is driving more and more teenagers insane, while education and indoctrination is being pushed down their throats with such force that even the sane ones are stressed beyond belief. Mass media is pushing an atheist agenda for the last 30 years, pushing a new age message, pushing liberalism, pushing individualism, pushing vanity, filling people's heads with perversion and trash. And again I say, what is wrong with this picture? The odds of man evolving by chance are so stupidly remote that holding on to this belief takes more faith than I can muster. Because I don't want to believe something that's not true. And they only addresses the physical anyway. What about you? What about the person inside you? What about me? What about the soul? And that's just the backdrop. And there's a man in the White House who fulfills all 24 biblical attributes of the beast, the Antichrist. And we have a global financial control grid in place, ready to bring forth the mark of the beast, 666. We have a Jesuit Pope who says the most Antichrist things whilst deceiving the masses with his humility. Read the Jesuit oath. Grrr, he says you don't have to believe in God to go to heaven. We have Iran, Russia and Turkey all lined up for the prophesied Psalm 83 and Ezekiel 39 wars. And we have Damascus on the brink of destruction, Isaiah 17.
You will, for a holy God of love, there is no option.
And then there's Fukushima. Fukushima. 3 nuclear meltdowns melted through the earth onto the water table, whilst the earth around them is cracking up and steam is coming out. And the Pacific is dying. It's dying. There are reports that there are no fish or birds for 3,000 miles around Fukushima. And nobody is talking about it, because it's out of control and they don't know what to do about it. And then you have the signs in the heavens. The signs in the heavens are astonishing and amazing. And the way they paint the picture of the book of Revelation is completely and utterly so beyond and beyond any bizarre coincidence. There are hundreds, maybe thousands of bits of data tightly woven together, and the odds of it being by chance are statistically impossible. And in 1947, Israel was reborn as a nation, just as the Bible prophesies they would be, before the second coming of Jesus. And that has never happened before in the history of the world, that a nation has gone out of existence and come back into existence 1,900 years later. And the Temple Mount in Jerusalem is the central issue of Middle East politics, maybe global politics. Yes, the very place where God decided to build his temple thousands of years ago. And the love of money and the love of self has taken over. Occult secret societies are ruling our world from the shadows. The Bilderberg Club, the Council of 300, the Club of Rome, the Trilateral Commission, all slightly visible, but hidden from plain sight.
God must judge, 'cause God is holy, and God is love.
Europe is run by the banks under the European Stability Mechanism. Nations are now subservient to the unelected international bankers who are above the law and cannot be prosecuted. And Israel is ready to build the temple, and all of the necessary artifacts have been constructed, and they're just waiting for the green light.
God is love.
Obama, the beast, entered Jerusalem 5 days before Passover, just like Jesus. Tracing the footsteps of Jesus, he even went to Bethlehem on March the 22nd, 2013, exactly 33 years after the erection of the Georgia Guidestones, which are covered with the occult agenda of the Freemasons. Who was also speaking at the Brandenburg Gate, a tribute to the throne of Satan at Pergamon, which was moved to Berlin on the exact day that the sign of Jesus ended in 2013. Crazy weather and national disasters are at an all-time high. We have more active volcanoes now than at any other time in recorded history. And the church is being persecuted around the world, and anybody standing up for the truth is being mocked. I like to call it the global casino, and it's on the point of collapse. Debt is running at an unsustainable level, while the Federal Reserve keep pumping billions and billions of dollars into the system, making the bubble grow even larger. Then there's the wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, Egypt, all unjust wars to remove leaders that will not play the globalists' game, that will not adhere to the globalist agenda. And then we have Ison. 4 comets in the heavens, including Ison, which is not a comet. Something with a coma, 250 million miles across, travelling at 3 million miles per day, that has already made huge eruptions come off Mars. It's like nothing the world has ever seen before. And in mid-January 2014, we passed through its debris trail. Maybe you can brush this all off with a wave of the hand and say it's all meaningless and it's just the nature of man. It's all just cause and effect. But I, for one, cannot stand here and watch, knowing full well that this entire picture is described in the Bible, God's book, without sounding the alarm. This is the end of days. The rapture of the church is imminent, and Jesus is coming back. And God is love.
God is love.
Which is why I remain 99.99% certain that the rapture will happen and Jesus is coming back. Amen.